everybody, it's Emmy. It's May 8th, 2019. I am back at my hives. It's been 5 days since I was last in there. Same plan of attack as last time. I'm here to prevent swarming, and we've had 3 beautiful days of sunshine after a couple weeks of rain. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow, so I'm going to jump in here quickly. Again, I'm going to isolate my queen. Again, I'm going to shake my frames, look for any signs of queen cups or queen cells. I'm going to take them all down. I'm also going to look at their nectar stores. We've had 3 good days of foraging. The bees have been going bonkers. But yes, today is swarm prevention and nectar stores and just general hive health. We always want to spot our queens and eggs. So let's go ahead and get in there. Here's the activity. Here's current hive activity. Very busy. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. And here's my other hive here. Everyone is very excited to be out and about. So the last time I was in here was a pretty cloudy day. The bees were not happy. Everybody was home. I got suited up in my jacket. Bees still managed to climb up into my jacket and get me on both cheeks. Luckily I didn't have too much swelling, but I got, I think, a total of 7 or 8 stings on that last hive check. So this time I'm going to be wearing my jacket again because it's going to be pretty intrusive. If the bees start going crazy, I'm going to tape up the bottom of my jacket to keep them from crawling to get inside. But yeah, alrighty, let's get in there. So first order of business is to get into hive number 3, my big hive. Lots of traffic, lots of pollen, and I'm imagining a good amount of nectar. This hive is actually pretty low on stores. I haven't been feeding them. I want to see where they're at. I don't want to give them any reason to swarm, so I haven't been giving them any food, but if they need it, I will give them syrup. So let's go ahead and get in there. I think I am going to wear gloves today since I'm going to be doing this pretty quickly. It can be an intrusive hive check. So I've also washed my equipment since I last came into the hives to remove any alarm pheromone. Okay, so today I'm wearing nitrile gloves. Okay. Make sure my queen's not up here. It's not. So 5 days ago I put this honey super on. Here's to see if they put anything in it. Ooh, it's heavy. Good. I think the girls have been collecting honey. I think the girls have been busy. This actually has some weight to it. Let's take a peek. These girls a little blast, send them down. Let's take a look in here. Got some mold on it. The girls are cleaning off the mold. Empty frame. Empty as well. Empty as well. Empty. Empty. What am I feeling then? I felt something. Ooh, this frame. Alright, girls are bringing in nectar. That is full. Full frame of nectar, but I also see cups. So, I'm going to destroy those. Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. And nothing in that one. This is a full frame. I do see some drone underneath there though. Eggs in here at all? I did not put a queen excluder on here because I want to make sure my queen has plenty of space. I know that they're feeling swarmy, so I did not put an excluder on there. I see a little bit of nectar. Nothing on that one. Let's try this one. Ooh. This one's got some nectar in it too. Great. Girls have been foraging. Well done, ladies. Nothing there yet. Okay, so they've started. That is good. There's a frame of honey in here still too. Oh no, that's not good. Okay. Alrighty, I'm down to the 2 bottom boxes. I'm looking for my queen. Oh, I should get Okay, girls are not too happy with my presence. Give them a little extra puff. Seemed rude. Oh boy. I was just in here 5 days ago, and look at that. That is a queen cell major. Okay. 5 days, ladies. Very busy. Okay. Definitely have to find my queen. I might have to split these girls. That's a beautiful laying pattern though. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, destroying all cups. I'm leaving that queen cell there in the event that I don't find my queen. I do see eggs. Yes, I do see eggs, and I see stores in the corner, so the girls have enough food. It's good. Oh, here's one cup here. Destroy that one. I see eggs in here as well. Very nice. Do see some business going on up here. I see a cup here. I'm going to destroy that. That. Very busy. There's even one down right here. You can see. So, oh, look, there's even two up here. Okay, we're going to have to go through this pretty thoroughly. First things first though, I want to find the queen. Lots of cups, lots of cups. Down in the bottom box. Hope and find the queen in here. Nope. Lots of pollen and lots of nectar stores. The flow is definitely on. We've had such a wet spring. Bees haven't had an opportunity really to do much foraging. Nice laying pattern. I see eggs on the periphery. It's good. Blue queen, very nice laying pattern. See cups here. Smush those. No eggs in them. I did find another one with larvae in it. The idea is that we're squishing the swarm cells because they won't swarm unless they leave a developing queen behind. Well, that's the theory at least. Okay, I'm gonna get a little more smoke. These are a little agitated. Looking for my queen. There's some backfilling here. Okay, so I was just in this hive 5 days ago on Saturday, and I found a capped queen cell, and the bees are pretty angry at me. I'm wearing my full setup here and I'm taped up, and so I haven't spotted the queen, which leads me to think, did they swarm? Maybe they swarmed. I don't know. So my plan is to take that capped queen cell, put it into another box. I'm going to put some follower boards in there. Essentially, I'm going to be making a nuke. And I'm going to check in this hive 3 days from now. I did see some eggs in my hive. So the queen was here at least 3 days ago. So I'm going to check in this hive in 3 days. And if I don't see any eggs, I know that my queen swarmed. And then I'll reintroduce that swarm cell back into the original hive so they can make a new queen. They are booming though. They've collected so much nectar. They've collected at least 1 super of nectar in these last 3 days. Absolutely incredible. So the hive is booming. They are quite testy, which makes me think that they might be queenless. The queen has a nice big blue dot on her, and so she's pretty easy to spot. But I went through my 2 bottom hive bodies twice. Didn't see her. I went through the entire hive. I didn't see her. So that doesn't look good, even though I've been in this hive every 5 days. So that's a little discouraging. But at any rate, here's what I've done so far. I've got just a solid bottom board here, and I'm going to put 5 frames right in the middle. I'm going to put 2 follower boards, just basically turn this box into a nuke. So here are the 2 follower boards. That's just going to reduce the space so the bees have a smaller space. And I'm going to put a frame that has this queen cell on it. It is capped, as you can see. Can you see that? On there. There it is. And it also has some brood on it. So I'm going to put some bees in there, and they'll stick on that because there's you know, some brood on there as well. So I'm going to give them some nurse bees. I'm going to squish all these cups. So I just want them to develop this one right here. Squish all those cups. And so, is that in there? Now my logic for doing this is that in the slim hopes that my queen is still in there, I'm going to take the swarm cell out so that they have to regroup to want to swarm again. I will find out in 3 days because that's how long it takes eggs to hatch. If there are no eggs, I know that my queen has swarmed. And then I will reintroduce this swarm cell back into the hive so that they can make themselves a new queen. It does put a kink into things in terms of honey production. I might just replace her and just tear down all queen cells, all swarm cells, and requeen this so that the hive remains big and booming. So I'm going to let this queen cell go. Hopefully she'll become successfully mated, and this will just be my resource box. If I need an extra frame of brood, yada yada, I can take from this box. But in that sense, I will find out whether if this hive is queenless or not. Okay, so now I'm going to get some resources for this nuke. I'm going to give them a couple frames of brood, which is baby bees, to keep the nurse bees around, to take care of that swarm cell and the brood. I'm also going to give them some food and an empty foundation frame. So I'm at my number 1 hive, and I spotted the green queen. There she is, right there, looking beautiful and fat. I've seen no sign of the red queen, so I think they just sorted their situation out. We have one green, beautiful, fat queen. So that's good. I'm gonna scoop her up, keep her safe. While I look for any cups. I've seen a couple empty cups, but no cells, nothing built out. Lots of eggs. So that's great. Hey everybody, it's Emmy. It is May 9th. It is the next day. My battery died before I could finish all of my hive checks, so I'm here to give you just a quick recap of what happened yesterday. So yesterday I went into my hive number 3, which I feared was going to swarm. I had been in there 5 days prior. When I went in yesterday, I found 2 capped queen cells. I didn't know that that was possible in 5 days, but apparently it is. And I did my best to find the queen. I went through the hive completely twice and did not find her. I did spot some eggs. We just had some warm weather, sunny weather, after a period of rain, and people were anticipating swarms, but I thought I was on top of it. Despite my best efforts, I think they may have swarmed. So what I did was I took one of those queen cells and I put it into a hive body and created a small nuke. So I put a couple follower boards in there, reducing the size of the medium hive body into a 4 or 5 frame nuke. Yeah, so my plan is to go into the hive in 2 more days. It'll be a total of 3 days, and see if I spot any eggs or if I spot the queen. In that case, the hive has not swarmed, then I will continue what I've been doing and removing all cells and, trying to keep her in the house. But what I suspect has happened is that they did swarm. The population is still big, but they were very cranky. So that indicates that the hive is queenless as well. So my plan is to get a queen, and on Saturday, when I do the inspection and I see that they're queenless, I'm going to place a queen cage in there and see what their reaction is. If they calm down, yada yada. Hives that are in the process of requeening themselves are notoriously grumpy, and they will have loyalty to the queen that they're growing. And I have to make sure that there's no queen in there, again, because they have loyalty to the queen they have already that I put in. And they may kill the queen that I attempt to requeen them with. So, don't want to lose that $40, so that might be an interesting situation too. So my plan is to go back into that hive on Saturday. Check to see if there's a queen there. If I don't see the queen, check to see if there are any eggs. If I see eggs, that means someone is laying. It's too soon for there to be a laying worker, so the queen is in there somewhere. But if I don't see any eggs, then I know the hive is surely queenless. Then I will requeen. I'm planning on just getting a queen, and then I will introduce her. If there is a queen, I am going to introduce that queen to the little nuke with the little split that I made earlier and destroy that queen cell. And then I'll have a little backup nuke that I can tap for resources, brood if it need be, yada yada. It's great to have one of those. So, yes. And then updates on my last 2 hives. When I checked hive number 1, I spotted my green queen. She's doing beautifully. Hive number 2, I spotted my red queen. She is not laying as vigorously as she was last hive check, so I'm going to be watching her to make sure she doesn't want to swarm. I saw a few swarm cups and 1 with an egg in it, so I might have to split number 2 hive 2 as a preemptive swarm measure, so I don't have to do what I'm doing for hive number 3 for hive number 2. Yes, beekeeping adventures, always keeping us on our toes. So I also want to check on this. This is the split that I made. I took 4 frames, 2 of them with brood, 1 with pollen, 1 with nectar stores, and place that in here along with the queen cell. So I'm going to take a peek in there and see if they stuck around. So I also placed an entrance reducer. This is an empty hive body, it just has a feeder in it. I just want to make sure they have enough food. So let's take a peek inside. So I gave them about a quart of syrup, and they've taken some of it down. Oh, I see the ants have discovered it as well. So I'm going to go in there quickly and see how they're doing. So there are definitely bees in there. just a quick peek. Okay, and indeed, we have bees in here, which is good. These middle two frames have brood on them, and then we've got some pollen and stores, and I believe I put one frame of just empty foundation. So yes, this is good.